In this video, I will take you through the step-by-step process of creating a free AWS account. Hello and welcome back to the Tech Blackboard. I have divided this video into three sections. The first section, as I just said, I will demonstrate the entire step-by-step process of creating the free AWS account. In the second section, I will show you top 5 AWS services that almost everyone uses in AWS. All these services are available in the free account that we will create in the first section of the video, and some of the services are free for 12 months while others are free for lifetime. Really handy section to get you started on AWS. And then finally, a very important section where I will show you what are the steps that you can take to ensure that AWS is not charging you anything even when your free credit limit expires. All the sections are critical for your AWS journey. So let's get started with the free AWS account creation process. So as a very first step, my friends, in your browser, search for AWS free account. Here it comes, search for it. And the very first link, click open it. And then you will reach to this documentation that says AWS free tier. Now, before we even create a free tier account in AWS, let's first understand what are the different offerings that AWS has for you. So here it comes, you can see that we have three types of offers. The first one is free trials, then we have 12 month free, and lastly always free. So let's understand very quickly what are these three offers. Firstly, we have these free trials. So these are the free occasional trials that AWS run from time to time. For example, let's say AWS has developed a new service or a product and they really want to promote it. These kind of services or the products comes under these free trials. And in case you really want to know what are the services currently running in these free trials, click on it and you will reach to this section. Currently, you can see that we have Amazon SageMaker, Amazon Redshift, Amazon AppStream, and a lot host of other services. So let's go back and understand the other type of offers, and that is 12 months free. So these are the services or the products, as the name suggests, are free for 12 months or 1 year. And this is the very powerful segment as it covers majority of AWS products and services, and you can use most of them. And you won't be charged as long as you're coming under the free usage level. And as I just mentioned, I am going to show you how you can set the zero cost budget where AWS will send you a warning mail in case you are reaching to a level when AWS start charging you. And with this mechanism, my friends, you will be informed well in advance and you can take all the corrective actions to avoid any unwanted cost. And this brings us to the third offer, that is always free. And of course, this is the best category as it's always free, but unfortunately, not many services and the products come under this category. And as my friends, I showed you earlier, you can always click on the category and understand what are the different services and the products that come under that category. For example, under the always free category, we have Amazon DynamoDB, Amazon Lambda, Amazon SNS, and a host of other services and the products. So I hope you understood what are the three offers that Amazon has to give you. And in the next section of the video, I will tell you what are the top 5 products and the services that you can use to get started on AWS. But for now, let's create the free account. For that, you have to click on this option, create an AWS account. Click on this. So here, my friends, you can see that we have to put our email ID as a root user. Let me put that. I will say the techblackboard@gmail.com. So here it comes, and you also have to put your account name. Let me put it as the Tech Blackboard. Here it goes. Then you have to verify your email address. I will click on this. To keep the process secure, AWS will send you a code on your email address. Let me go back to my email address and bring that code here. So as you can see, I have gotten the code. Let's put it there, 002-731. Let's go back. So I will say here 002 and 731. Here it goes. Let's verify the code. And here you can see that we have successfully verified the email address. And now, my friends, let's keep the password and confirm the password. I will put some password here. I hope you cannot see that. So now let me confirm the password. Here it goes. Okay, let's continue. So now, my friends, we have passed the very first stage. This is the second stage. Here you have to tell the AWS whether you want to use this plan for the business or the personal use. So I will select the personal. I will keep my name as the Tech Blackboard. Okay. And then I will give my phone number here. I will pick Sweden because I'm there. So I will pick Sweden here. So this is the country code. Now let me put the phone number here. Once you have entered the phone number, select your country. As I just mentioned, I'm in Sweden. So I will select Sweden. And then you can enter your address, city, state or province and postal code. And then finally, I will select this option here, which says I have read and agreed to the terms and conditions of AWS customer agreement. Click on this and then continue with the second step. So now my friends, at the step 3, you have to enter your debit card or credit card information. Do not worry, AWS will charge only $1. And this is just to verify that you are a legit user and not a script or a robot. So let me quickly enter all my details and then we will come back. So friends, I have successfully completed the third step with my credit card and debit card. Now I have reached to this fourth step where it asks to confirm my identity. So AWS will send me a verification code either through text message or voicemail. So let me enter my phone number so that I can receive the text message. And then of course you have to enter this CAPTCHA. Let me enter that. So it's 33Z8. And this is small b and then W. Here it goes. And then I will click on this button that says send SMS. Okay, so I just received the SMS. Here is my code. I will just put it. It's 0971. Here it goes. Let's continue. So our login has been successfully created, my friends. Now we can log into our AWS free account. So let me enter my email address. Here it goes. thetechblackpod@gmail.com. Sorry for this. Let's click next and then I have to give my password. Let me give that. Here it goes. Now I have entered to the AWS account, which is free, and let's explore how we can use it. And do not worry, my friends, in the coming subsequent episodes, we will explore a lot about this AWS free account. But for now, let's move to the second section of this video, and that is exploring the top 5 services of AWS. So the very first service in our top 5 list is Amazon EC2, just so you know that we are under the same documentation. So let's understand what is Amazon EC2. First of all, you can notice that this comes under the free tier and it is also 12 months free. Let's click on that. And in case you're coming from the Azure background, my friends, Amazon EC2 is the equivalent service for Azure virtual machines. Here you can read that Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud, that's why called Amazon EC2, offers the broadest and the deepest compute platform with over 700 instances and choice of the latest processor, storage, networking, operating system, and a purchase model to help you best match the needs of your workload. And as I just mentioned, this is the equivalent service as virtual machine in Azure and GCP. So let's go back to our main documentation. And the second very popular service in Amazon AWS is this one, which is called Amazon S3. So let's read about this service. It says that Amazon Simple Storage Service, which is also called the Amazon S3, is an object storage service offering industry-leading scalability, data availability, security, and performance. You can read all about these services and all the upcoming services that I will just mention. All the documentation and links are in the description box. Now let's go back, but before I jump to the next third service, I want to bring your notice once again that on this left-hand side panel, you are given with this tier type, and here you can browse between what are the services which are 12 months free, or in case you want to understand what are the services which are always free, click on this, or the trial ones, then you have to click on this. But for now, let's focus on our third service, which is very popular, and that is Amazon RDS, and that is equivalent of Managed Relational Database Service for MySQL, PostgreSQL, MariaDB, or SQL Server. And one thing, my friends, I forgot to mention that Amazon S3 is the equivalent service for Azure Storage. And now the fourth service of my choice, or the most popular service in Amazon, is Amazon Lambda. So this is the equivalent service as we have Azure Functions. So in case you want to read, you can click on this, but in a short, you can see it says that compute service that runs your code in response to the events and automatically manages the compute resources. So basically, my friends, it's a piece of code that you run on the AWS platform. You don't have to worry about the infrastructure or underlying platforms. You just code in your favorite language, deploy it, and let it handle the event according to your architecture. And finally, my friends, a very popular service, the fifth one that I want your attention is this one, Amazon DynamoDB. Once again, this is free tier and it is always free. But friends, do not get swayed about this always free tag here. Always read the documentation, as there is always a upper limit to which you can use that service. But for now, I can tell you that DynamoDB is a very interesting database, a NoSQL database. In case you have never worked with the NoSQL database, this is a really good start. And similarly, my friends, there are hundreds of services to be explored in Amazon. And of course, we will explore a lot of them in our subsequent episodes, where I will present you the real exam-like questions for Amazon AWS Cloud Practitioner exam. And in this journey, my friends, we will not only prepare for the certification, but we will also understand a lot of Amazon concepts. And before we jump to the next section of this video, let me remind you that in the first video of this series, we have already covered all the details about AWS Cloud Practitioner exam. So in case you want to check out the first video, links are there in the description box. So friends, this brings us to the third and the last section of this video, where I will tell you how you can create a budget so that you are always alerted by Amazon in case you have reached to a level where AWS will start charging you. So first of all, my friends, you need to log into your AWS free account that we just created or any other account that you may have. Here you can see that we have this search option here on the top. Now here what you need to do is you have to search for the billing. Here it comes. So you can see that we have this billing option here. Click on this and then you will land up to this section here. And of course, currently you can see that I have just created the account. So I have no billing summary, no cost, nothing. And now my friends, on this left hand side, you can see that we have this cost management section, and under that we have this budget section. Click on this. And in case you want to read more about the custom budget, you can of course read the documentation. But for now, you have to click on this create a budget. And now comes the interesting part. Here you can see that we have these templates. And first of all, please notice that I have selected zero spend budget. And what is this zero spend budget all about? Well, when you create a zero spend budget, it creates a budget that notifies you once your spending exceeds the $0.01, which is above the Amazon free tier limits. And this is really powerful, my friends. In case you are reaching to amounts as low as $0.01, even then you will be notified by the Amazon that yes, you are reaching to a limit where we are going to start charging you. And then you can take all the corrective measure, and maybe you deprovision all the resources that you do not need, or maybe you were just practicing. In that case, you can deprovision all the resources and avoid any unwanted cost. So consider this as a safety net for you that will guard you from any unwanted spending. And of course, when you become a little more well-versed with the AWS services and the products, and you're always on top of the spendings, then you can of course explore the other type of budgets. For example, you have this customized budget, you have monthly cost budget, and other ones also given here. So today we covered a lot of ground. So let's summarize. So first of all, in the very first section, I told you how can you create Amazon free tier account. And then in the second section, I told you about the top 5 services in Amazon AWS. And finally, my friends, in the third section, I told you how can you create a zero spend budget in AWS that will save you from any unwanted spendings. And of course, my friends, if this video has enhanced your AWS knowledge in any way, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Please do not forget to press that bell icon so that you get the timely notifications for all our upcoming videos on AWS Cloud Practitioner exam. And that's all for today. I will see you in the next video. Till then, stay fit, keep learning, and thanks for watching.